I evolve, my business evolves 1000%. That's just a rule of thumb as you're running a business where you are the business essentially. However, what I want to say, and I said this to my team the other day because I realized this is really important, is that something that I do not want to lose is I don't want to lose the foundational things and teachings that got me to where I am today. So sometimes what I notice other people doing in their business, and everyone can do this their own way, obviously, I'm sharing my perspective, is that when they go into a new season of life, like motherhood, they stop talking about those earlier, like the things they used to talk about, and they just talk about motherhood and manifesting it and X, Y, and Z and getting into it and what it's like, blah, 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 and how they show up in it and etc. But what I was thinking about the other night is, but all of those foundational pieces that you don't talk on anymore, or don't teach on anymore, or don't do programs on anymore, that is what has allowed you to show up as the mother that you are today. Why this is important and why I'm bringing it up is that I don't want any of you guys feeling like you could do, I don't know. Okay, so I'm launching this program called Her this year, and it's for feminine leadership. So anyone in any kind of leadership role in life that's a woman can do this program. You do not need to have your own business. So let's say, for example, that I was saying to the women in Her, or when I was marketing, let's say I'm marketing this program Her, right? And you can get on the wait list. Let's say that I'm saying, like, all you have to do is do these things that I'm teaching you in Her, and then you're going to have the life that I have today, et cetera, whatever, just to put that really generally. I'm like, that's not true, is it? Because the version that I am today, that I am then teaching you on or helping you with so that you can embrace Her, that I'm sharing with this course, which I haven't outlined yet, so just don't quote me on any of this. The reason why I can show up the way that I can show up today is not just because of the things that I'm teaching you in Her, it's also because of everything in Queen Alchemy, in Be Loved on a Mother, in my Boundaries Masterclass, in MMM Level 1, in all these other programs that I developed a lot earlier in my business. But why they're so important is because some of them, yes, they're a bit like baby Monica when in the whole scheme of things, but that Monica is so important to this Monica. Like, I wouldn't be me without her. So I hope that you guys are kind of understanding what I'm trying to get across, which is that I don't want to lose those foundational aspects of my business that has gotten me to be the version of the woman that I am today. So for example, healing my relationship with my period has heavily helped me in showing up in my relationship. For example, it's allowed me to show up in my business with more feminine grace and leadership. It's allowed me to show up. It's allowed me to heal my relationship with my body in a better way, like all of those kind of things. So I am really going to ensure as best as I can that even though I am evolving through my life and therefore my business will evolve, I am who I am today because of all of these foundational pieces that I have been bringing to the table for you guys in the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm not just going to forget about that and be like, oh, this is the new me. This is the, like, if you just learn X, Y, and Z, then you can become me, because that's not true in my mind. Like, I had to go through all those things in the last 4 years. I had to heal all these things. I had to embrace my sexuality, my sensuality, my period, and I had to embrace being able to speak up, and I had to embrace, I had to learn how to lap dance. And I believe that all of those things have made me the woman that I am today. So let's say, for example, I'm in an interview for my book, and the interviewer says, so Monica, if we were to scroll through your archive, we would see, you dripping fruit down your tits and doing way more lap dancing and like X, Y, and Z. Do you not believe in that anymore? Do you not agree with what you were doing back then? I would say absolutely not. Because I would not be the woman that I am today without all of those steps that I had to go through to become her, to become me. So I would never just like cancel all the Queen Alchemy and throw all those programs out and be like, actually, they're all bullshit. Here's the new way of doing it. Because all of those teachings, all the stuff that is in those programs, I had to do myself. They helped me to embrace my inner queen, my boundaries, my ability to manifest, etc., etc., etc. And in fact, if I was to like throw all those out and be like, let's just start from fresh, from the version I am today, it wouldn't be as powerful because I would forget. I know I have forgotten 1,000%. And actually one of the jobs of my assistants is to go through some of these older content and pull out like quote unquote basic teachings that I've probably forgotten. I've forgotten those things because they're so embodied that I don't think about them anymore. So I would forget to bring them to the table for all these women, and therefore they wouldn't get the results. They wouldn't get the results because I'm teaching in a way, or I'm healing in a way, or I'm talking in a way that is missing so many of those vital steps because they're so ingrained in me now, I don't even think about them anymore. So that is something that I'm really going to ensure that we keep in the business, is those foundational things that may seem old, quote unquote. And I know everybody wants new, but in order for you to even find the new content of mine or the new programs of mine really powerful, I believe that you need to actually go through some of those older courses, the older content, the older programs, to actually be in a place where you could fully receive that newer content, if that makes sense. So my old stuff will never go anywhere. I believe that it truly has a really important place. And I'm going to leave the podcast there.